Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 534. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinsod.
Yo.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Hello.
Welcome, listeners, viewers on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, because I always forget to say that. I appreciate the subscribes. Anyways, to episode 534 of the Moviecast. Yeah, guys, we've got some interesting news breaking just before the podcast, which never happens. Never happens.
It's always right after.
I know. So we'll get into that in just a minute. Breaking news in just a minute. Let's kick it off with what we've been up to. Has anybody watched something other than WandaVision that's of note? Like, I'm trying to think of like what I've been watching this week besides. For me, I'm not done with Warrior yet. I have season 1 of Warrior. I've watched some more of that, but I have 2 more episodes left of that.
Okay.
Trying to think of like what else I've been watching this week. Like, I watched the DC animated movies, the Batman stuff. I watched the Reign of the Superman, actually. Superman. Which was just way too short. Like, it should be like a series, not a movie. It seems garbled. Not very, animation-wise, it was great. I just wish we had more of it. And then I watched Death in the Family, which was weird. Like, isn't it weird that we're getting like a story? I thought it was a movie, but we're getting like the story and we're using Red Hood scenes and stuff too. It wasn't what I was expecting. It was fine, but...
Is that the one where you get to pick what happens?
I don't think I got to pick. Maybe there is like that on the Blu-ray or something, but
yeah.
I just watched the thing. I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like they have the courage. They should have just gone with old school looking Robin, from the comic book. I mean, come on. I don't know. They went with the Red Hood animation movie. They went straight from the movie. They pulled the scene straight from that and just put it right in.
It was kind of like a re-release kind of thing.
Yeah, that's why I was like, a little bummed about that. That's pretty much it besides WandaVision, I think. I'm just trying to think of anything else, but not much besides like WWE stuff. So nothing of note. Mike, anything? Nope. Corey?
Yeah, I actually got to watch a couple new anime. Started with Tower of God, which is actually South Korean animation. And I have to say that is really Tower of God. It's really cool. So it's about this girl, and it's about this a guy, and this girl wants to climb the Tower of God and see the stars. Basically, you get like whatever wish granted to you, essentially, if you can reach the top. And the top, she wants to see stars. That's her like dream. She wants to see the stars, and so she wants to climb the tower for that. And then this kid who's essentially in love with her, and you know this from the beginning, like he's kind of like it's literally underground, and she like shows him the light, and so kind of he's obsessed with her, and so like because she wants to climb the tower, she leaves and goes to climb the tower, and then so he follows her to find her because he wants to find her. So he goes to climb the tower just to find her, and it's basically his story about him trying to find her, and all the people that you have to go through these trials in order to be able to climb the tower. So you have these 3 trials before you can even do it, and it's pretty cool. It's like a little bit of a kind of video game-esque stuff, and all the different characters meet powers. It reminded me a lot of Hero Cross Hero or Hunter Cross Hunter. Well, what the heck? Hunter Cross Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of that because in the beginning he meets a kid who's essentially like shoot, now I got the characters from Tower of God stuck in my head. Gone. Well, it's gone he's gone essentially in this scenario. What's the ninja kids, like the assassin ninja kid?
Killua.
Yeah. So essentially, it's those 2 characters is very much what's going on here. And so yeah, I really enjoyed. I went through the whole thing that's out now this week, and I really enjoyed that. And then the same guy or company had another one called God of High School, and it's about this tournament, who's the strongest high school like martial artist essentially. And so started that as well. But Tower of God's really good. I highly recommend it. And again, South Korean, so that's a bonus. Cool. But other than that, WandaVision.
Yeah. Tony? Just WandaVision?
Yep, just WandaVision.
All right. Actually, going to hold off WandaVision conversation for a second. So let's talk that breaking news that we talked about. Spider-Man 3's title has been revealed. We're getting trolled here? I mean, what's happening here? We got
You never
Tom
know
Holland.
when. Yeah, I was gonna say you never know when Tom Holland's involved.
Yeah, we got Tom Holland supposedly excited to release the title for the film, Spider-Man 3 Phone Home on Instagram, to which his, movie friend, and what's the name, Jacob, he plays Ned. Jacob.
It's called Ned. It's called Ned.
Yeah, Ned responds on Instagram saying, "Why do you have that title? I have this." And he shows an image of, what's it called? Spider-Man 3 Home... Oh shit! I just lost it all.
You had this, man.
Home.
Breaking.
I closed it down.
Why did you close it down?
I don't know. Spider-Man 3 Home Wrecker.
Yeah.
So we got two titles being.
So we know Home is gonna be in the title somewhere.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't think it's Home Wrecker.
Yeah. But do we think it's Phone Home even? Like, are we just getting trolled by both of them?
I think it probably is.
I think we're getting double trolled. I don't think they have the title to release.
I can't imagine Phone Home or Home Wrecker.
However, I do believe we get the real title tomorrow from Zendaya.
You think Zendaya's gonna do it? I
bet you she gets to release the title of the movie.
Okay.
Most important character.
Just watch.
Michelle. Whatever.
Jacob Batalon. Batalon. That's his name. That's the actor's name that plays Ned. So yeah, I interesting. I thought it was like breaking news. It's funny as it's happening. We're seeing this reply back and forth. We got a quick image of the movie. So I think it's exciting.
It's filming. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's exciting that we have a movie happening, because like that's the thing about what we've been up to, right? I've seriously had I'm playing Yakuza like crazy actually, which is fine. But like I'm in that mood where I want to watch a movie. Like I really want to watch a movie, and there's just not much.
You watched the monster, the King of Monsters, whatever, Godzilla?
Not yet.
No, the one before it. Did you watch that one?
Oh no, maybe I should watch that. That's true. Get Godzilla, the sequel with
the third one.
Stranger Things girl. There's a third.
The second one.
No, it's the second one. This will be the third.
Oh,
one.
I'm thinking of Skull Island. Those three movies.
Yeah.
Because Skull Island.
I watched Skull Island. Yeah.
Godzilla and the sequel to Godzilla. Those are all in the same universe, so to speak.
So I didn't see that. So I guess I should watch that. But I just I don't know. I'm itching for a movie. There's not much, and it's just like I don't know. I'm a little bummed. It's COVID's hitting more now. It's like you're like I really want to see a movie. I don't want to go to. I'm not saying I want to go to the movie theaters. Not saying that, but I do want to watch a movie. Like I'm like, usually it's the point where you're like, man, I haven't seen a movie in forever. I had to have missed something. Let me back up and check. And there's just nothing. That's my point. It's like crazy. So there's no backlog. There's no backlog. I found myself watching Crocodile Dundee 2.
Oh, geez.
Why?
So I don't know. I actually enjoy that movie, like the beginning of it. I don't, it's fun. It's a fun movie. It's what are those guilty pleasure movies? It's not a good movie by any means, but it's a fun movie. And National Treasure. Watch that again.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'll watch that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's on Disney Plus, right?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus 1 and 2, and the rumor is they're making a third one next year. So. All right, let's get into WandaVision. Again, guys, we're going to break down this episode. If we mention spoilers, you might not want to listen to this part because we don't really filter that. So I'll mark it in our timeline here with a nice block of time. And we're going to talk about WandaVision Episode 7. Two more episodes for the season. Right? There's 9. So this was supposed to be longer, and it wasn't.
I think they said the last 2 for now is what I heard. Okay. So I misinterpreted the last 3, so it's these last 2 that are longer.
Yeah. The next one's supposed to be the longest episode we've seen yet. That's been stated. But yeah, guys, episode-wise, I mean, hey, we were right. I mean, Agnes is not who we thought she was. That's just
No,
start
no.
with
No,
that.
she's exactly who we thought she
Yeah,
was.
I mean that's
She's
not
exactly
who they say that she's not who they portray her to be in the show. She is exactly what we anticipated.
Yeah, I mean we kind of predicted that actually with our conversations. If you've listened back,
I mean, I think most everybody kind of assumed, I would imagine, that something's going on with her.
After so many episodes, yeah, but I think we were pretty suspicious early on because we were like, wait a second, why is
The
she
dog.
always around? Like,
Yeah.
dog also
especially
was
the
like-
dog was like, no.
Yeah.
And I love how that was in like the little song thing. She's like, and I killed whatever his
Yeah.
dog
Sparky
is.
or whatever.
Sparky.
Or,
It's
yeah.
like, wow, just really driving that villain.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting episode. I do love they based it off The Office, which is what we knew we were gonna get an Office episode.
Well, it's a Modern Family, Office, and
Oh, I got more. Yeah, I got that style.
Well,
The
the theme was definitely The Office, the music.
oh, definitely.
well, the theme was The Office, and then like you had what was the other? The flashing. There was another. I forget what the show was, but it has the same kind of.
The testimonial mockumentary deal.
Well, I mean that's what
I mean-
Modern Family does too. It copied The Office there.
Yeah. Well, The Office, it's what it's known for. I do like. It's interesting how they've made Vision in the last like 2 episodes really more of comic relief. Really?
They're
Hasn't he been
really
back more of a-
they're stalling with him, obvious. Like he's just sort of treading water for no reason at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
But
He even says he's like, "What am I? What
it's
am I
like,
doing?
what am I doing?
What am I doing?" I do love that.
Why?
It's a Darcy was a quick. I mean, Darcy's character in this was.
So here's the
interesting.
thing about Darcy, because when she gets taken over, nothing changes about her character because she's already a complete caricature of a human being before she goes into the TV world. So she's the
Sure.
same.
Yeah, yeah. He just unlocks her mind so she knows who she is. But I think, I mean, her addition, we don't know what she's going to add to this part. But I was a little bummed we didn't get I don't know. I was looking for a Reed Richards kind of thing. I was looking for.
There's no way that you're gonna get somebody like that in episode 7. There's no way.
Yeah, it's going to be the finale. Whatever big reveal we're going to get, I guess we're going to have to wait for episode 9, right? I mean, we are going to get something big. We are. It's just a matter of who is it going to be. Is it going to be
is it going to be like Mephisto, Magneto, Reed Richards? Like that's the thing, and I think it's more about the actor right now than character. So I'm a little.
I think it's more on that.
I'm coming off of my Magneto theory now, just because of what we learned in this episode, also.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can talk about Monica real quick. I mean, big transformation, correct? I mean, she got powers.
Yeah, unlocked her powers. Yep.
Is she immune?
Leveled up.
Probably.
We'll see. I don't know.
Her DNA was different, right?
Yeah, like it was getting altered because the episode before this one, like they were saying that like your molecules or whatever are getting rearranged and blah blah. Going back and forth through the hex is not healthy.
You can see electrical waves or whatever was going on there.
She sees, for what it really is, or whatever.
Yep.
But no, it's interesting that whatever her power is, it's can sort of counteract Wanda's powers a little bit.
I mean, it's supposed to be like a less powerful Captain Marvel, essentially.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Is that? I don't know her character at all.
No, I don't know anything about that character, so. But I'm assuming there's been stuff like. I feel like the whole scene, like electrical waves, was probably a nod to people who knew the character more. I figure that's probably something that was comic booky before that. So it's
Do you
interesting.
think her friend though is a Skrull that she's talking about? Because she made friends with Skrulls in Captain Marvel. I think it might be Skrulls in this. Because like Sword, we saw at the end of Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Sword had its little thing up there with all the Skrulls. So there's got to be Skrulls on Earth right now.
Maybe the dude is Skrull, the villain.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Tyler something or whatever. Yeah, it could be.
Where did all those people come from? The allies, are they the FBI proper now and not Sword, or are they other Sword people?
Those were other Sword people,
Yeah,
but
I think it as Sword people that were
not.
I liked
under
her.
the
her
direct-
Yeah, her mom, that for
Yeah.
sure. It seemed like
Yeah, They
what is
can't.
the
They
guy's, what
can't
is the
quit.
bad guy's name? Damn it, I can't remember his name. Jesus, Hard something Hargate. Whatever the villain, like the head of Sword. He's
Director guy.
he obviously is not a
Is
good
he a bad
guy.
guy? No, I think he's right.
He's an antagonist for sure. And
Why
I
is he
think
an
that-
antagonist? Because we
Because he-
assume that Wanda is good.
no, because he's treating people poorly, like they
Well,
give you
plus it
no
was-
reason.
Yeah, this episode we found out like it was his idea to reboot or try to revive
Yeah,
Vision.
he's trying to do exactly the opposite of what Vision wanted, and then blamed Wanda for trying to do the same thing that he wants to do. He wants his weapon back, and he's obviously trying to. I mean, not like he may have good intentions, like saying, "Oh, protecting humanity" or whatever, because of he's not super powered, but he's still doing it and going about it as an antagonist.
I know,
Not
but
as
Director Hayward, by the way.
Hayward. Thank you, Hayward. That's it.
I had to look it up because we have to have the name in here if we're
I
talking
was like,
about
oh,
it.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's no, I mean, he's just not a good person. Like he
No.
literally, the first time we meet Monica, like why would he disable Monica's like access? Like,
Yeah.
So he,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I help her get into this, so that way I can show her around and, tarnish her mother's name essentially by like taking over everything. And I don't know. It just seems he's just trying to. He has his own agenda to me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
yeah, but
He definitely does.
I'm curious how much they turn it to make at the end here to justify Wanda being, not the bad guy.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm
mean,
very
it's-
curious of how they do it here.
Amplifying her powers with. And now that's the thing, like, are they making her not a mutant now? Is she more of a witch thing? Is that where her powers are coming from? Like, Agatha the Witch obviously was the big reveal on this at the end of it, which was a funny theme song she got for herself. But
You can figure it out on your own.
yeah,
After that.
yeah. I mean, is it like obviously there's some sort of witch power? Like I read about Agatha the Witch, like that. I don't even know who that character is in the Marvel universe. So I had to read about
Well, she's
that character.
tied to Wanda a little bit. Sometimes she's good, sometimes bad, but based off of what this show has kind of been following comic book wise, she's more of a villain in that story.
Yeah. So we have to figure out like what
And
Marvel's
she
gonna do.
basically
Maybe-
breaks, like in that story, she breaks Wanda's mind and has the no more mutants thing because she convinces Wanda she's got kids when they were all, Fisto's pieces of his soul or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is
it's
that
just-
what we're getting here?
Well, I don't know. Where are the kids? That's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's like she had them,
Right, and she just got into that basement, and it's
Yeah.
like,
and she told Wanda to go down there. It's like, oh, they're probably playing downstairs, or whatever, in the basement. So she would go there, and then she could have her little reveal. So
Damn.
It's got to be Mephisto still involved. It's got to be. And
yeah, I
he's just-
think I lean towards Mephisto more than Nightmare, because that's the other theory people have been going crazy about.
Mhm.
No, I really think Mephisto.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know. I just think that that reveal was interesting. It's going to be it's the penultimate, right? That's what they call that thing.
The second to
to last episode. Yeah, that's what we're
So-
getting this week.
So if we're going more of the magic-y route here, you think the cameo is Doctor Strange at the end, especially since
That's
he's
what
got
I
something
would
coming up.
go with then.
Because
Like it could
remember,
just be simply Doctor Strange.
all Marvel properties are
No, I mean,
next Marvel
unfortunately,
property.
we have meta information regarding like the cameo because of what Paul Bettany had said in an interview like a couple weeks or a week
Yes.
ago, whatever.
And so
He was saying
never
he's wanted to work with this person his entire life.
and so it can't be Benedict Cumberbatch because he worked with him
So
in
he's
Avengers.
already
Did he
working.
actually work with him ever? Were they ever in the same spot?
It could be. I mean, they're in the same
That's
movie.
interesting. They had to have worked together as well as actors. Like, there's no way they weren't in something else. What are those? That game we played, Corey, the Separation, 6 Degrees of Separation.
Yeah.
I gotta look it up, but I just know that I'm gonna look it up.
And
while we
that's
talk
not
about
on the level of Skywalker either. Like I think it's
I
gotta be
don't.
somebody
I don't
new.
think. I
or
think if
old
we
from somewhere
truly
else.
hold that to that standard, we're going to be disappointed. I don't think that's.
No,
gonna
I
happen.
agree. I think it's not going to live up to that. But
You would need like either Spider-Man or like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine to show up.
Spider-Man is not as big as Luke Skywalker. We've seen Spider-Man. Like, this is a character we haven't seen on television.
Is the Luke Skywalker of the Marvel Universe.
I wouldn't say that. Like, not in the context that they're describing it.
Okay. I mean, then who would be? You bring back Iron Man?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's got to be somebody that we wouldn't expect, that we haven't seen in a while.
That's Iron Man.
Like, why would they show up here? You know, like, it's all obviously leading in. Like, all the stuff that's happening here is going to have, like, lingering effects in Spider-Man, in Doctor Strange, and potentially some other movies and stuff. I don't know, but definitely those two for sure. And I think so. Whatever's going to happen is going to, I think, directly influence, you know, Doctor Strange, because we know she's in that, and the Multiverse of Madness. That's I think she's going to be a big part of that, just because of what.
Wanda?
Wanda, just because of her character and what she is.
We know she's in the universe.
I don't know. We think she's in the Multiverse of Madness movie.
She's
I know she's in that. I don't know if she has a big role, but
she's on the poster, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
she's confirmed in that movie.
Whatever this show is gonna do is gonna directly impact that.
I agree
for sure.
Yeah, I think that.
And that Nexus commercial we saw is important too.
Which is a gateway thing, isn't it? Nexus,
well,
right?
like there's characters that are called Nexus characters because basically they live outside of the multiverse essentially, and that's part of what, like, she's one, Jean Grey's one. There's another character. There's other characters that are, but like she's definitely gonna have a big impact on this whole multiverse thing that's going on.
Did you like the Phoenix tease at the carnival?
Yeah.
Right? Like the one woman, right? I was like, wait, what? And I meant to go back and watch it when I was on PC instead of just using my fucking Amazon, but I didn't. But I was like, wait a second.
Yep.
What was that?
There was a circus actor there dressed as a phoenix, dark phoenix, with like flame kind of cloak flowing behind her and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, it was definitely like a Easter egg. It wasn't like meant to be. I don't think it's meant to be like that's Jean Grey, but it was definitely like an Easter egg. It looked like their Halloween costumes did. It wasn't like anything spectacular. But you know, so I don't know. I think overall it was a okay episode. Weaker of the last three, I would say, without a doubt. But and we got a post-credit scene, which for the first time ever.
Oh yeah, and the whole that was interesting too, where they made it show that Pietro is essentially something she conjured, Agnes or Agatha.
Maybe we don't know.
They make it look that way.
What was that at the end?
It was he just showed up at the end. It's like
being a sneaky sneaker or whatever he said.
Oh yeah. Okay. Snooper's gonna snoop.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
I was like, wait, what?
And
yeah.
So.
And I don't know where he went the entire rest of the episode either, which is interesting.
We don't know either. I mean, that's the thing. So we're gonna get that story. Is he working with her, or is he?
Well, that's what I mean. Like when she's doing the little picnic outside with him, and she like conjured. It looked like she conjured him. Maybe
to get this back to bringing back mutants, she is from that other universe, came from there, and that's what she knows the Pietro looks like. And that's why he looks this way, to confuse her. I don't know.
It's gonna get weird. It's gonna get weird either way. So, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Next episode, I'm pretty psyched to see on Friday. Good thing for me is like I get to watch it in the morning. So, you know, working from home now, it's gonna be nice. So, let's see here. So I think that's it for the episode, right? We have to go over anything else? Think we're good?
Yeah, I think we'll obviously talk more about it when we do a season.
Oh, we'll do a spoiler. Yeah, we'll do a spoiler, a whole post-mortem spoiler cast. So let's get into more news. Twisted Metal series from the Deadpool writers in the works at Sony. Twisted Metal series. I think we've heard whispers of this before.
Yeah, I think so. It's a weird choice, but I don't know.
I couldn't think of anything like more visually unappealing at this point.
I don't disagree, Mike. I just think that
so weird. Like the franchise is just it's dead. So
why?
Exactly.
Why? Yeah.
What?
I get why they're doing Last of Us.
And it's so early 2000s. Like.
Yeah.
Not even really. When I think of Twisted Metal, I think of like, PS1, like pixelated boxes with like 4 squares being fire coming. I don't know.
It's like early 2000s, isn't it?
I think it's even older than that.
It's like late 90s.
No.
Twisted Metal?
Dude, Dreamcast came out in 1999.
It's not a Dreamcast game.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's a PlayStation 1 game.
Yeah, after
PS2.
PlayStation didn't come out until after Dreamcast, didn't it? Or no, right before.
PlayStation 2.
The first
PlayStation 2 came, but it was on PS2.
Yeah, but it was on.
But it was also on PS1.
Oh yeah, it started then.
Well, 98, 95.
Quick fact checking.
I'd say 97. I bet you it's 97.
I don't know. It just felt like a early 2000s game.
1995.
First
Twisted Metal.
Wow.
Damn.
It's just weird that they're using that properly.
Time means nothing anymore.
Yeah.
We're too old.
No, I mean you went the wrong way. You made it more recent than.
I know.
than it really was.
Apparently.
But
I mean, it's just a weird. Because like, what would you even do with that? Like, how do you?
Who's the main character?
Yeah.
The clown.
What's his name? Sweet Tooth, right?
Oh, that's the
Sweet
car.
Tooth.
That's the
I don't
car.
know. Isn't that the clown?
See, that's
I don't know anything about this game.
Another thing about this, everyone knows the name and confuses that too. What's the name of the actual? Who cares? He's just like a murderer anyway. No one likes him. You're not like
bad
supposed to like these characters.
All bad people.
This whole game is just the 90s edge, like the edgiest of the 90s.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, who else watched the Mortal Kombat trailer?
Oh, I did.
I watched it.
I did watch that. Yeah.
You know what?
It's dark.
I'm not that into it.
I'm actually interested to see it.
The problem I have with it is Shang Tsung should have been the other guy, and this dude just reminds me of the guy on the TV in Batman.
There's no reason for it not to be the other guy. What's his name?
Yeah.
He reprised his voice role anyways in the latest game. Like, just make him be Shang Tsung. Sorry, there's something that spans all like reboots, and there's certain people, iconic.
So there's two things that I don't like about it. Again, I think they've completely omitted the tongue-in-cheekness that's sort of made Mortal Kombat actually age appropriately as time has went on. Because there's no Johnny Cage. They don't have any of that like humor there. And then two, we've got this generic like main character who reeks of like that generic Jason Segel puppet in that Muppet remake. Remember that thing? How like, do you remember Jason Segel's Muppet remake like from like, I don't know, like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
And he had
Wanted or something like that, right?
And he had this like stupid like Jason Segel like Muppet that just the most generic like that's what I feel when I see that they have to shoehorn some main character into this movie to follow. I'm like, why? There's so many characters. Why do we have generic new guy? I don't know.
April 16th though, like again, I said I'm hungry for movies, so you get Kong, Godzilla vs. Kong, you got that. Hell, I'm actually excited to watch Justice League because I want to watch a fucking movie. I'm sorry, but I do.
I'm so curious about that movie. Just how different it looked in that trailer.
Yeah, I mean, my brother is super excited.
It's gonna be Batman versus Superman. Like, it's not gonna be better than that. So, like, have your expectations there, maybe. But
at this point, I just want to see what it is. I'm not expecting it better than anything we've seen. So, we don't forget how bad his movies have been for the DC universe. I mean, nobody forget.
I just said Batman versus Superman. Put it at that bar. It's
Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman.
You liked Man of Steel, Jim.
I do like that movie. That's his best movie.
Superman.
That's his best movie.
Man of Steel. I don't know if I've watched it more than once.
In the DC universe. Sorry. In the DC. Not like 300. But
well, speaking of the DC universe,
I don't know.
That's why I'm bringing up DC.
For 4 hours, though. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I will see, but it's going to be long. But speaking of DC, the reason why I brought that up to tie it into the news is we've got a casting reveal of Sasha Calle joining DCEU as Kara Zor-El in the Flash movie. So we have a Supergirl showing up in the Flash.
Cool.
Interesting announcement in the middle of the week. So
is it interesting? Is it?
I don't know who that is, and whatever.
She's on daytime television.
Tony, I think it's more interesting that the Flash movie is still going forward. I mean,
it's already been filming. Like,
yeah, I know. That's what
Ray Fisher.
So yeah. But movie theaters reopening in New York City, 25% capacity. It's kind of huge for them. I don't know who's going, but if you're
vaccinated people.
Yeah. I mean, double vaccinated people even then. So it's like,
give me like 2 weeks. We'll see.
Even then, like, they don't guarantee.
Indoor dining in New York City too. I mean,
yeah,
what's happening?
AMC stock's on its way up.
Is it?
At this news, yeah. So I'm pretty happy for that.
When's that movie coming out? Wall Street Bets.
I don't even know.
That'll happen. You can book it, man. There will be a film about the last, like, those 2 weeks of whatever it was.
Yeah.
Reddit taking over Wall Street.
Yep. Let's see. Fantastic Four news. Very, very early pre-production. Don't expect it anytime soon. They just started looking for writers. So we've been talking about Fantastic Four and hoping that we see Reed Richards show up. I don't know.
I don't think so.
There's also that rumor going around that Jennifer Lawrence was getting a role in that film too. She's like, I don't know. Seems like, I don't know. I mean, it worked with Johnny Storm and Chris Evans, but I wouldn't necessarily want to cast a X-Men character actor in another Marvel film.
Oh, is she an X-Men actor?
Maybe.
I don't acknowledge her mystique as existing.
I mean, she was the focus. I mean, that's what happened. You get popular for Hunger Games, and now you're the star of the film, even though you're a minor character.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. I was just thought it was news breaking, but there's not. Fake news. All right. So that's gonna wrap up this episode of Moviecast. You can tune in on YouTube. Thanks. And if you're watching this in here, thank you. Write us allyoucangeek@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, allyoucangeek. Like us on Facebook as well. Again, we've got a WandaVision spoiler cast going to happen soon, a bonus episode, so look for that. Next week is obviously episode 8, so not yet, but when we have episode 9, we will probably just do it right then. So 2 weeks from now, look for that whole spoiler cast for that episode. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.